This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, contrary to belief, I genuinely 100% did not expect, nor did I want either, Tyson Fury to win this particular poll that you're seeing on screen right now. I fully expected Tank Davis to win this poll by a landslide, followed by Errol Spence Jr., then between Tyson Fury and Jermall Charlo. That's how I fully expected it to go, because I mean, I'd already prepared what it was I was going to say as per the poll results. So it has put me through a little bit of a spin with this one. But I started off with contrary to belief because there does seem to be, again, some emotional Tyson Fury fans out there who seem to think that I rigged this poll. Well, firstly, it's impossible to rig a poll here on YouTube, and I can't even vote on my own polls here on YouTube. For whatever reason, I can't. Some people are upset that I even dared to put Tyson Fury in there. Well, there's a reason why I put Tyson Fury in there. Look at the results. There's a reason why. Okay? Because he does have fans who will give him a pass no matter what he does. It's not my opinion, it's a fact. Anyway, we're going to get on to Tyson Fury in a minute. Now, I'm going to start off with Tank Davis. Now, for me, I thought he was going to win this one quite comfortably, and I fully expected him to do so because he has promoters, managers, whoever, Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather, and I don't know what Al Heyman's thoughts are on Tank Davis, but they have blatantly said Tank Davis ain't fighting on any other network other than a PBC show. And his fans are okay with this. Or a section, not all, okay? Just to clarify, it's a section of all of these fans, not their fans as a total entity. There's a section of them. It is a minority, or at least in my opinion. But they're okay with him not going over and challenging other champions. They're okay with other champions not allowed to go to a PBC show to fight him because Leonard Ellerbe says he ain't going to pay them the kind of money that they're currently getting. In other words, he's actually telling Tank Davis, we ain't going to pay you as much as another network and we ain't going to let you go there either. His fans are okay with that. I'm not okay with that, and nor should any fan be. They're okay with him blatantly not fighting Vasyl Lomachenko. For how long now? 3 years now? 4 years? They're okay with that. He's come out himself and said he ain't gonna and doesn't want to fight Vasyl Lomachenko until Vasyl Lomachenko is older. Don't want to do it. His fans are okay with that. He's not going to fight Tevin Farmer, or previously. He didn't want to fight Tevin Farmer, even for a belt, even though he was offered stupid amounts of money to go into to DAZN to fight Tevin Farmer. His fans were okay with that. He's not going to fight Devin Haney for a world title. His fans are okay with that. He weren't going to fight Teofimo Lopez. His fans were okay with that. He ain't going to fight Ryan Garcia. His fans are okay about that. Would he want to fight George Kambosos Jr.? I don't know. He's a new champion, so not too much has been said. But George Kambosos Jr., he's unified champion. He wants to go fight in Australia next. Is Tank Davis going to go to Australia? No, he ain't. Leonard Ellerbe, the PBC, and Floyd Mayweather ain't going to let him. And guess what? His fans will be okay with that. Now, I don't necessarily believe that Tank Davis himself is one who would duck. Personally, I think that Tank Davis is one of these most naturally gifted fighters on the planet. I think he's absolutely tremendous. I really do. But I don't like the way that they're manoeuvring his career. I don't like it. Is it a case of Floyd Mayweather doesn't want Tank Davis to become a superstar, to potentially even overtake him? Because Floyd Mayweather will always want to be considered one of the greats. He's not going to want one of his proteges to be considered in the same bracket. So they will forever be held back, will they not? And guess what? The fans will be okay with it. Errol Spence Jr. has been blatantly ducking Terence Bud Crawford. Well, you need to go get a belt for me to see you. Okay, he's got a belt. Now what? Well, what do I want to fight you for? I'll go take an easier fight against Sean Porter. Maybe get a huge money fight with a Manny Pacquiao. Spence Jr. fans are okay with that. Well, Bud Crawford, he's fighting on the other side of the street. His fans are okay with that. I mean, what is it that he can't see, and what is it that his fans can't see that Bud Crawford wants to fight, but Spence Jr. doesn't? Which is a shame, because he could legitimately beat him. He could. I'm not saying that he'd be particularly my pick for that. If I was a betting man, I'm not. But if I was, I probably would put money on Bud Crawford. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be right about it. Not at all. If anything, Errol Spence Jr. seems to be taking a step backwards in his career. He did great when he defeated Kell Brook. Okay, a Kell Brook who was injured, who moved down 2 weight divisions back to welterweight after eye surgery, and then his other eye socket went. Clearly there was a problem with his facial structure, his bone structure. But either way, he beat Kell Brook and started talking about the other champions. It's strap season. You'll remember that. He kept calling himself the boogeyman and whatever else. He ain't no boogeyman. He ain't. He fought Sean Porter, who Kell Brook had already defeated Sean Porter. Good one. So you defeat Kell Brook and then go fight somebody who Kell Brook's already beaten. Granted, it was a unification, so we can kind of give him a pass on that one, I suppose. But then he fought Danny Garcia, who Sean Porter defeated. So again, taking a step backwards, and people are okay with it. They put some of his fights on pay-per-view, much like Tank Davis, and they'll pay the stupid money for it. They're okay with that. They'll give him a pass. Move on to Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo, for me, I think that he could well be the best middleweight out there. He could be, currently. Now Canelo Alvarez is no longer fighting in that division, he could well be. Put him in there with Demetrius Andrade, I might just favour Jermall Charlo. Put him in there with Triple G, I may just favour Jermall Charlo. It don't mean I'm right, but again, how do I know this for a fact? I don't know. Am I likely to know? Not anytime soon. Because again, he's not going to fight on any other platform other than the PBC. The PBC are not willing to pay Demetrius Andrade to fight on a PBC show for a unification. Just in case, Demetrius Andrade wins and takes both those straps back over to DAZN. Even though Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, DAZN offered Demetrius Andrade to the PBC with the option of paying Demetrius Andrade the exact same amount of money that they paid Derevchenko to fight Charlo. And they still didn't want to do it. And his fans are giving him a pass for it. I don't get this mentality. People say how Charlo, he should be fighting Canelo. Canelo's ducking Charlo. Have a fucking word with yourself. Firstly, different weight divisions. What weight division is Canelo? No idea. Of course, he's undisputed at super middleweight. Sometimes fights at light heavyweight. Looks like he could well be fighting at cruiserweight next against Makabu. So who knows? Either way, one thing I do know is that Canelo's not a middleweight. And you're probably never likely to see him fight a middleweight again. Now, why are his fans saying that Charlo should go fight Canelo? Well, firstly, if he defeats Canelo, and it would be a big if, will become superstar overnight. Great. If he loses, he lost to a pound-for-pound fighter, didn't he? No problem. We're still aboard the Jermall Charlo gravy train. That's why they're doing it. I don't understand this. But yet he's willing to go fight, say, Canelo at super middleweight, potentially get battered, but not willing to fight in-house fighter David Benavidez at super middleweight. Even at catchweight. Not willing to do it. I don't understand this. Why are his fans giving him a pass? Right, let's move on to Tyson Fury. As I said, I don't agree with the poll results personally, but Tyson Fury does have history of ducking fighters. Whether it's political reasons or whatever reason, the receipts are there. Not my opinion, fact. Some of his fans may not want to hear any of this. Doesn't matter. You can't change the facts. The facts are he did not rematch Vladimir Klitschko. Not my opinion, fact. Fact is, he was ordered to fight David Price. He didn't fight David Price. Not my opinion, fact. Fact is, he was ordered to fight Dillian Whyte for the WBC Diamond Belt. The Diamond Belt that Tyson Fury asked for. He turned it down. Not my opinion, fact. Now, people want to say how he fought Wilder 3 times and he fought Klitschko. Cool. It's 2 people. I don't care if he fought Wilder 3 times, 10 times, 100 times. It's still 2 people. That's the reality of it. Yeah, they're 2 very good wins. Can't take it away from him. But they are 2 people. He fought Klitschko at the end of his reign, who Klitschko quite clearly overlooked. Didn't give him the rematch. Personally, I think that Fury beat Wilder in the first fight. Again, that's my opinion. I think it's most people's opinion too. But the 3rd fight was unnecessary. Listen, it happened and it was great. It really was. You put the 3 fights together. What a hell of a trilogy, okay? I'm not taking anything away from it. But fact is, Fury's own words, he could have paid Wilder 20 million to step aside. Apparently, that's what Wilder asked for. Whether you believe that or whether you don't, is what Fury said. 20 million. Why don't I pay Wilder 20 million to step aside? I was getting there and beat him up. Okay, but you're still paying him 20 million. So that didn't make any sense to me when you could have fought Anthony Joshua for 100 million. Not once, but twice. So that's 200 million, at least. Because had he beaten Joshua in the first fight, he'd have got 60% as per their rematch clause. So he'd have got even more in the rematch. But his fans give him a pass for all these things. Now he's supposed to be fighting Dillian White next. But he's talking about everything else except Dillian White. Alexander Usyk. Even though he said previously, Usyk is too slow. Usyk is too small. It's not a big fight. Not interested in that kind of fight. Why do I want to fight that for? Don't care about it. I'll never fight Usyk. Oh, suddenly now he wants to fight Usyk. Why is that? Because Dillian White's mandatory? Is that why? Again, not my opinion. He said these things. Fact. Now, is he going to fight Dillian White next? I believe he will. And I hope he will. But if he doesn't, you know we're going in, right? You know we're going in. Again, his fans, or some of his fans at least, are coming out with, well, Dillian White, he should take 13%. He should take 20%. What do you mean he should? He's interim champion, as per the rules, 45%. Not my opinion, fact. So again, you're making up excuses. Oh, well, if he fights Dillian White, well, maybe he won't be motivated by it. In other words, preempting the excuses, just in case Tyson Fury loses. Just in case. But yet, at the same time, in the same breath, say Dillian White is no good, he's a bum, he's trash, yada, yada, yada. But why are you making excuses for? Easy night's work, easy payday. So why are you making excuses about it? We want to see him fight Alexander Usyk. Yeah, great. We want to see him fight Anthony Joshua too, but we didn't get that. Again, not my opinions, facts. You may not like opinions and facts, you may not like facts and just call them opinions. They're not opinions. They are facts. They are facts. But as I said, going by this particular poll result, do I agree with it? No, I don't. I think Tank Davis should have won this poll. I think Fury should have been last. I know some Fury fans are upset that I dared to even put Fury's name on the poll. Oh well. There's a reason why I did. Because he does have history of it. He does have history of it. And he does have fans who will give him a pass each and every time and just refuse to look at what is. And instead to try and deflect by calling me a hater or anybody else a hater. Since when has telling the truth been hate? It's not hate, it's truthful. Am I going to call him the best of this era? Sure, if he cleans up. Am I calling him the greatest of all time? Maybe, if he cleans up. But you don't get any of these accolades, these tags, until you clean up. Call me a hater all you like. All you like. I was a Tyson Fury fan before you even knew who Tyson Fury was. And that's probably a fact for most people. Anyway, that's the poll results. Tyson Fury won it. I'm surprised by it. I really am. He does have history of it, but I don't think his fans give him nearly enough passes as Tank Davis does or Errol Spence Jr. In my honest opinion. Anyway, drop your thoughts below about it. Click thumbs up and of course subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next video.